Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Adeze Okezie, the live video visibility queen with emotic accent, and you're listening to the Style with Anna podcast, the one and only podcast about the many expressions of style. Find out how our exceptional guests turn their flaws into assets and how they define style from their own and unique perspective. Don't forget to subscribe to this podcast on your favorite platform and kindly leave a one-sentence review. Now, let us join the journey and meet the host, Anna in Style, aka the Style Medium.
Thank you, Daisy, for the lovely introduction. It's always a pleasure hearing your professional accent. Hello, Robin, and welcome to our show. I am delighted to have you here. And I was looking forward to be able to talk to you because we are in a complementary niche, I would say, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So first, I ask this everyone. The first question I ask is, what are the 3 words that best describe you?
Oh, well, fun would be, because I love having fun. What 3 words describe me? I'm an encourager. I love encouraging people and cheering them on. Oh golly, what's the 3rd one? I love learning. I don't know if that's not more than 1 word, but I love learning about people, meeting new people. And I know it was supposed to be 1 word, but that's kind of what I enjoy. I really enjoy getting to know people and just learning about all of the things that are about them.
Maybe
kind of ties it into what I
inquire.
do. That's a good word. I like that word. Yeah. Maybe I should write that down.
Well, you will have a recording.
That's right. That is true. That is true.
Amazing. These are really powerful words, and they really make you different, I would say. So this is another point. What makes you unique in your business, in your personal life, or both?
My puppy just walked in. What makes me unique? I think it ties into wanting to get to know people, that authentic side of them, so that when I work with them, I can come here. Come here. Sorry. We have a visitor.
Mascot.
I really like working with people. I know we were just discussing offline about how everyone is so unique. And I never wanted to be that person, whether it's in whatever it is, to just say, do this, do that. It's more about getting to know them and knowing what's unique to them and what they're desiring, or seeing, if it's not makeup artistry or skincare or image, even if it's just in their life, if I can see something that they're good at, I love seeing that and pointing that out to them and encouraging them to move forward. I just think that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be uplifting people. So that's kind of what I do. I hope that answered your question, Anna.
This is amazing, because this is exactly what I think connected us in the first place. We were both so passionate and enthusiastic about this uniqueness, being more than just a service provider, more like a friend, like a best friend. Because honestly, you get to see them without makeup, and I get to see them in their underwear. So we're pretty intimate with our clients.
Right. It is. It's a very special place that they allow us in, and it's very vulnerable, especially I don't know about men because I'm not a guy, women, to say, I don't know what to do. Because we are such doers. We like to know what we're going to do and get it done, especially as moms, I think too. And to feel like I don't know what to do, I'm incapable, I don't know how to do this, is a very special place. I do think that we get invited into, and then we get to know more about them. And I think that's a very special, unique spot that not everybody is allowed to be. Like a lot of makeup artists, I see a lot of it is like we talked about, like that cookie cutter, like, okay, well, you need this, this, and this. Well, no, you don't. You may not need this. You might want this instead, or you may not need all of this, or, it's just really, it's a matter of getting to know, what you're looking for, what is your end goal, and how can I help you, and go from there.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
giving a roadmap, but the roadmap is different for each client.
It really, yeah, and it really is. And like you mentioned, that intimacy and special bond, I really do think it is. I don't know how to explain it. It really is a privilege to be there, to really say, no, do you like this? Do you like that? Because again, a lot of people will push clothing styles or makeup, or you need all of this stuff to get what you're achieving. Well, that may not fit into their lifestyle, but it might fit in their drawer. And I would rather have it fit into their lifestyle and what they're looking to achieve, so they'll use it rather than wasting their money and feeling let down again. So I think that's super important.
Oh, you just gave me a goosebump. Really, because this is exactly I stand for as well. I mean, I will not tell you to buy a bunch of stuff. You don't need it. We first look at your closet. We see what you have, and maybe you don't need almost, I mean, in many cases, women have so much stuff that they really don't need more stuff.
No, I did a class several years ago. It's over 20 years ago. And I assume the statistic is still standing, but coming to image with clothing and accessories, that we wear, wear 20% of what is in our closet. And 80% is just there because we thought it was a good deal, looked good on our friends or whatever. And the same is with makeup. If they don't know what is going to work for their skin, for their undertones, their lifestyle, their overall human person, like, are they going to be willing to do all this? Are they looking for something more simplistic? Then they end up buying this stuff, and it just sits in the drawer. I just had a client I met with for the first time. It was a referral online, and she was telling me about all the stuff she ordered, and she's on a limited income. And I thought, man, yes, my products would probably be a tiny bit more, but I could have saved you so much money from not buying all this other stuff that's cluttering your closet that you're not using. So there's benefit in getting quality service. Quality clothing is a big thing. You can buy clothing so cheaply some places, but is it going to last? And is it going to look good? You follow your advice, you would get quality clothing that you would be wearing into the next 10 years or so, if it still works within that fashion, and for your style. So yeah, I'm a big proponent of that. Meeting the client's needs.
Yes, exactly.
So,
I mean, also with makeup, I know I'm guilty. I was guilty of buying a lot of makeup just, I liked it, but then it didn't work for me. I have very oily skin and everything smudged and all that. And I was buying this, buying that, and you really don't know what fits you, and you need to buy it. You can't, test everything. So, I mean, they do have this option of testing things in shops, for example, but still, first of all, I'm quite sensitive. I'm not, I don't feel good putting on stuff that other people, had on, mixing things, especially now with all these diseases and all that.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a bit throwing money out the window, I would say.
And on that end, you're right to do so, because not all makeup artists, or there are people that call themselves makeup artists, are not all professionally trained. And so they don't have the sanitation part down. There's certain things you need to do to keep things clean. You don't even reuse mascara. You use wands and then throw the wand out, get a new wand. And I have seen people, other people, not myself, reuse a mascara and they're in a group of women that are doing makeup artistry. And I cringe at all the things that could happen. It's really important. So yeah, you are right. You don't know what their sanitary practices is. And even if a company has it, like if you went in at a makeup counter, you don't know what that person is going to do. So sanitation is a huge deal. And when clients know that you're keeping things clean, it makes a big difference, because then they can feel more comfortable with you as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. That's cool. That's really interesting. So tell me, do you specialize within your makeup artistry?
I do. I learned the art of on-camera makeup. So what makeup products to use and how to apply them so that you can look your best on camera. I've heard people say that they either look shiny or they look, you can see the makeup in the photography, the video, or whatever. You can sometimes not see anything. I know I had one person I talked to and they had applied makeup and she said, I don't know why you couldn't see any of it on the video. And I said, well, it's not created for on-camera work. So it makes a big difference. And so that's what I get to do. So I work with brides. I work with everyday people too, because I think everybody has healthy skin and be confident in their look. But with entrepreneurs, women in business that are doing things like this, like on video, and it doesn't have to be a lot, it doesn't have to be heavy. It's just teaching them how to enhance their features so this doesn't distract them. When they're on, because you're on Zoom, you can see yourself. And if you saw a red spot or age spot or wrinkles or something, and it shows up on camera even more, it's distracting. And then we can't focus on what we're saying. It's human nature. Also work with photographers. Recently did a mother-daughter photo shoot with one of my dear friends. And, it's just a lot of fun to teach people how to just enhance their features and be confident. So that's what I get to do.
Yeah. We've been talking about this just a week ago, when we're used from the TV, is those of us who were on TV, that we spent like an hour and a half minimum in the masking, in the mask.
Yeah.
So do you recommend people, like entrepreneurs, small business owners who do their usual videos for their company to do the same, to spend so much time on makeup?
Not unless they want to, I mean, it really comes down to the product too. You got to really do some research on the product. And that's what I did is I found a product line that I absolutely love, and that's what I use. That's what I sell. And it's an HD quality line that's botanically based. Finding things that are more natural as much as possible that you can, but you can tell when you turn, if you can take selfies. I've told people, even if they're shopping, like if they can't come to me, you shopping, if you try a little bit on your face, take some selfies in different light and look at what it looks like. There's makeup that looks yellow. There's makeup that looks green. There's makeup that looks really too dark or too light. And the best place to see it is on your camera, taking that photo. It should blend with the skin. It should look nice. Again, what it's going to do, it's going to, when you're doing your videos, your photos, your speeches from stage with those bright lights, because these cameras today are going to pick up everything. These bright lights are going to emphasize everything on your skin, everything. So when you have the correct and proper makeup and skincare, which I always start with skincare first, it's my passion to have healthy skin, and then go to makeup. Then it's going to look smooth. It's just going to enhance your features. You're not going to see a heavy rouge. You're not going to see where they put the concealer under the eyes. It's going to look nice. And that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to give you the confidence to step out. So, maybe you have hormones raging and all of a sudden you've got this lovely little friend showing up on your face and you're like, if you use the proper product, it's not going to show up. Therefore, it's not going to be a distraction for you. You're not going to focus on that zit that's grown on your face. You're going to focus on what you're saying to your people and help them. So I do think it's important. Glares and shines, that's been done on stage when people have done speeches for years, male and female. They've always used different products to cut the glare because that's what people are going to see. And that's the other side, is when you're watching us, if I had a shiny forehead or if I had a glaring zit, it's human nature. It's not that we're picking on people. It's human nature for our eyes to go to that because it's a distraction. So when it comes to that entrepreneur, small business person speaking, the less distractions for you and for your client on the other side is vital for them to hear your message. So that's my 5 cents.
Yeah, that's super important. What would you say to a person who says, oh, I don't do makeup?
Then let's do something very basic and very minimal to get your appearance on point. For instance, I have mineral compacts that I would recommend to male or female, and you can wipe it right off when you're done if you want to, but it works with the camera. Again, it works with the camera so that you are not a distraction, you're not glaring, you're not too red, you're not too whatever. And yeah, just something as simple as a little mineral powder that works with the camera is really important. And then that's what I would say. I mean, they can do what they want to, but that would be my best advice. Keeping your skin hydrated, keeping your skincare up so that your skin is clear and healthy looking. Healthy skin is the best way to look more youthful. Keeping in, let's see what else, exfoliated, moisturized. Those things. And then a little powder to keep the glare. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need much to look okay, right?
No.
It's just, I would say it's an excuse.
Yeah. It's more, good one. But, seriously, just having healthy skin is the best foundation you can ever do. You build a house, you want a good foundation. No matter what you put on it, if that foundation isn't good, it's not going to be great. So having that healthy skin, taking the small steps that you need to get it, then you can do whatever you want. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's the basic, as you said. You can't go wrong with that.
Right.
So I know you wrote a book about this. Could you tell us a bit about it?
Well, this is my book right here, Lights, Camera, Confidence, The 7 Beauty Secrets to On-Camera Confidence. This is my first book. I was very nervous to write it because I didn't know I was going to write a book. But I really just kind of wanted to get in there and tell some people the basics of what they can do to be more confident on camera. You hear people all the time, I hate having my picture taken. I look awful in photos. You hear all that all the time. And it's like, well, no, the reason for photos is for communication. You know, you communicate while you're in a picture. And you're with friends, you're communicating what a great time. When you're with your, children or whatever, you're communicating that you love them, and they want that for the future. When you're communicating with your clients, you're telling a story by how you appear. Mm-hmm. And it's just kind of like to dispel some of the myths, about how people really get stuck and they think they have to be, like we talked about earlier, the cookie cutter. They have to wear a ton of makeup to be on and they don't want to bother. Or if they do it, the biggest thing is people to know who you are. You want people to recognize that you are that person that wrote this book, or you are Anna and you are the clothing specialist. So it's really important to look the same, not look different, because people want to know you. They don't want to know that false version. So, and that's what will draw people to you, your ideal clients, and everything, and in the right people you want to be drawn to.
Yeah, so, that makes us memorable.
Yes. So people will, they will say, oh wait, that's Anna. She's the clothing girl. She's the one that's going to get my image on point. I want to go talk with her. Versus if you look completely different from makeup to non-makeup or one day to the next, they're not going to know who you are. They're going to walk right by. So it's really important to look the same, just enhance and take advantage of the beauty that you have, because every woman is beautiful. And Anna and I just get to reveal it.
Yes, we get to emphasize it and, make you see for yourself what we see in you.
Yes, exactly. Which is a gift, and I love it.
And would you, I believe, but you can say it with your own words. I believe that I see beauty in every shape, size, and age. And let us debunk a myth. Are you up for it?
Yes. Let's go.
It has been told that you should not wear glitter after 50. Is that correct?
I think it depends on how you wear it and where you wear it. Yep. Oh, I like sparklies.
Yes, exactly. Because what my theory is, just quickly, my theory is, all these foundations, they all have these sparkly particles in them. Not all of them, but those who are supposed to camouflage the wrinkles, they have these small sparkly parts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why would an older woman need to stay away from sparkly things, right? I mean, it doesn't make sense.
Especially if you're taking care of your skin and your skin is well hydrated, it's going to make a big difference. Because a lot of times they would say that, and I think it depends on the shade. And I think that's where the two of us would come in. It depends on the shade of the color that you're choosing, because if you're choosing the wrong shade, the wrong undertone, it's going to look bad no matter what color you choose, sparkly or not. And so, yes. So, I mean, if they choose the right color, it's going to make a big difference. And sometimes the clients don't know this. I had one, I'll say this real quick. I had a client a few weeks ago, and she was like, oh, I want blue, 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 blue. well, she's either a very light spring a light summer or spring. I couldn't quite get a clear photo on that where in the lighting I was in, but I'm like, you can't do these blues. They're too harsh on you. So I pulled back and reset, and I did some neutrals with a really light, pretty blue. She looked fabulous, and she's 75. So yeah, sometimes they just don't know what they're asking for. So you have to really know as the expert or the the provider or the consultant to make sure you're really listening, but you're also inputting your expertise so that you can get them the best results.
Oh, you said something really important. And I noticed this with other, how would I say, with other image professionals, that not with all of them, but I noticed that a client came to an image consultant and told them what she liked before they even did the analysis. How can you, non-expert, you came to an expert for advice, and then you are telling them before they did the analysis? That's something to be mindful of. I mean, I wouldn't say so to someone, you need to wear this and this and this, but we go through this together.
Yes, very true. That's right. And it's okay. Like if somebody says, well, my favorite color is red. Well, you and I both know that red is this many colors. So
Yes.
Then we can play, right? Then we can find their red and make it work. But you're right. If they come in and say, I want XYZ, well, if you're not flexible, why did you come in and pay the money to have it done? The same thing with me. There are certain people I don't work with. I don't like really heavy makeup. I can do dramatic makeup. That's not heavy to me. But if you want heavy caked on makeup, I'm not your girl. If you're really not interested in getting your skin healthy, I may have a struggle because that's my basis for the makeup application. So it's like you kind of have to figure out if this person is actually your client or not. That's another thing when it comes to image and makeup artistry and so forth. They may not be your client. You might want to say, well, I'm sorry, Mrs. Smith, this may not be the best place for you, but I can give you a list of names of other consultants if you'd like, because I really want to get to the real.
That's amazing. Tell me, do you like collaborations? You mentioned photography, that you work with photographers, right?
Yes. Yep.
Are there any other experts you like to join your forces with?
Oh my gosh, it would be, a lot of people, like anybody that is a business speaker, trainer, coach, because there's so many ways that we could collaborate. And yes, photographers, I enjoy them a lot. They're fun. Authors, anybody that has really stepped up, obviously image consultants, especially that have more experience on the clothing, really be great. Then I can kind of stay where I'm at, where I work with the other side. Yeah, that's just, it's fun. I absolutely love what I get to do, Anna. I really do. When you see, and I know you do because we're so much alike, when you see that woman just light right up, when they're just ready to be either explode with excitement or just ready to tear up because they really feel pretty, it's the best reward in the world. There is no money that could pay me more.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes.
I say this as well. You got me. I say this as well. So where can people reach you, either for collaboration or for being your client or your partner, business partner?
Yeah, so you can find me on a lot of different platforms as Beauty by Robin Studios. My website is still under construction because I'm the one that's creating it. So that's, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can also just email me at robin@beautybyrobinstudios.com. And I could definitely reach out and get back to you. So
That's amazing.
That's it.
Well, everything is going to be in the description so that people can click on it. And thank you so much for being here and sharing your wisdom with us. It's been a pleasure and an honor to talk to you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Style with Anna podcast. If you like this podcast, tell your friends about it, leave a review and subscribe. This is your way of supporting us and telling us our efforts are appreciated. I invite you to take the Attraction Style quiz at www.chooseyoursignaturesstyle.com, followed by a 5-day email sequence. You can go on a discovery journey and have a talk with your inner self like never before. If you would like to learn more about my speaker and guests, kindly refer to the links in the show notes. Listen, there is always time for transformation, even after a breakup, divorce, or turning 50.